Hello everybody, it is Canadagraphs here, and this is a different type of video. It's a Geoguessr content, and I am going to try to get into this as quickly as possible because I actually already recorded the audio as I was playing, but it did not come through with the video. So I have the video but no audio, so I have to do this entire thing just off the top of my head. I'm basically going to have to walk you through my thought process, I guess. I might not even talk through the whole thing because 34 more minutes of talking after I just talked through it all, painful to even consider. But Geoguessr, after they had their World Cup this weekend on the 13th and 14th of October, which Consus from the Netherlands ended up winning, congratulations to him, where he beat Blinky from France in the finals, has come out with a challenge format where you can play against any of the competitors from the World Cup in a simulated game format, exactly the same style as the World Cup, based off of their gameplay and their decisions. I think maybe they might have even used some of the games they played in, because there was a couple of locations that will come up in these rounds that I vividly remember seeing in the tournament and I think happened. So the first game I decided to choose was against Consus, the world champion. I decided if you're gonna do this series, might as well just tear that band-aid right off and go for gold right away, right? So yeah, I played all 3 games against him, and you're about to see those games right now. I'm probably not going to add too much more commentary to this, simply because of the fact, like I said, I just spoke for 34 minutes straight to do the video, and I don't think I have it in me to do more, so I will let the gameplay maybe do its part while I just once in a while chime in and give you my insight. This is France, or Quebec, by the way. You could tell because there's French at the starting location, so we both obviously would know that. And so we both hedged, and he hedged a little closer than me. And this was the start of what was probably going to be a very long game for me. There's a few players who I think legitimately, given the right seed, the right time, I could beat them in a moving battle. There's fewer that I think I could hold my own no moving, and then even fewer I think I can beat in MPZ. Obviously, Consus in the World Cup went almost undefeated. I think he maybe only lost like 2 games or 3 games in the entire World Cup, so I didn't like my chances, but I obviously was going to give it my all. So we're in Mexico here, as you can see, and I looked at that cab and I thought I saw something on the cab. Thought I saw a city name, and I looked around for the city name, couldn't find it for the life of me. And he did. He found Oaxaca and kicked my butt on that round. So yeah, this format is supposed to simulate how they would play the game. So this round, I was dumb. I saw Madison, and I instantly just zoned in on Chicago. And in my the audio that would have played if I was doing this, I even said in the audio, I'm like, what am I doing? If this was the actual Madison in Chicago, it would say west or east on it. But I still went into Chicago like first before thinking of that. Then I started to think around, and I'm kind of like, I don't trust this. So I moved around, and eventually I would find a sign that said Syracuse on it. Unfortunately, I found it so late in the round that yeah, you can see I'm like, oh crap, I got to get over there now. So I just started moving the pin as much as I could over there as fast as I could, and didn't get a chance to put in a second move over, and lost. Yeah. Game 1 was a disaster, but you know, it's the world champion. You're probably not going to beat him. So yeah, I went down 0-1 in the format that I thought I might have the best chance at. And that would bring us to game 2. So in no moving, I expected to lose this one. But, I mean, there's always a chance you get the right round and you get a good score in the right round. You could pull it off. Nothing is impossible. And, I mean, getting Bhutan in round 1 was great for me. Because even if he gets more points than me, it's going to be so minimal that it's just racking up that multiplier for me to maybe get a lucky round. I did end up winning round 1. That was the first points I got on him. So I was just kind of relieved about that. This one, I didn't know where I was immediately. I was actually thinking an entirely different continent. And then I clued in. I can't remember when, but eventually I clued in. And then I saw that yellow sticker on the pole, and I associate that with a particular region. And I even said in the video, I had just had that in a competitive duel like 2 hours earlier. So that helped me region guess where in Malaysia I was going. I actually thought where I went, like where I end up going in the end, not there, but near up there. I thought there was going to be a good guess based off of that yellow sticker. And it was. I don't know if that yellow sticker is like regional to other areas, but I had found it up in the north and I never recalled seeing it anywhere else, so I kind of just went with it. It paid off a little. So here we have the UK, and this is where the wheels start to fall off. I assumed it was Scotland, and I still was close enough, but he was closer because he went further south. And that was a big boost for his game. Even watching the playback here, it took me a second to realize this is the Argentina round. It wasn't until I saw the dot on the thing there and the black car that I realized. And as I said in the broadcast, if it's near the mountains or if it's near one of the big cities, I'm okay in Argentina. But as soon as you get into the rural parts of Argentina, I mix up north, central a lot. I can sometimes mix up them with the south even. But this one wasn't a bad guess by me. I mean, if I in a real competition walked away from that only losing 670 points, I'd feel okay. Because yeah, it's just hard. So this round was in the World Cup, I believe. I believe this might have even been the round that Consus ended up winning the World Cup on. I'll have to go back and look at the video to check, but I remember the yellow houses. I remember obviously the finished walk sign. And I was trying to remember where it was, because neither him or his opponent were right on it in the final. They both were close-ish, but not right on it. So I thought it might be east. And it wasn't as east as I thought. So yeah, he did big damage with that one. This was... what was this one? I'm still not sure, especially because the quality on the playback that I'm watching is only in like 720p. So I'm trying to strain to figure out what it was I was looking at there. But even right now, this late in the round, I'm still not sure. I'll have to wait and see how this round ends because I forgot what it is now. And I'm pretty sure I even got it wrong. Oh, I did. I did get this wrong, yes. Yeah. Yep. There it is. It was in Sweden. I got murdered. Just straight up beat to a pulp. Consus takes game 2. So game 3 is NMPZ, the mode I am least skilled in and he is very good in. So I honestly, my goal in this game was just get one round. Just get some points on the board. Don't get flawless. That's all I wanted. So here, I knew it was in the US. But I wasn't sure where. So I kind of just like zoomed in and like rolled the dice and kind of was just like, it could be anywhere in a 5 or 6 state area. I really thought I had the general area down. So I was kind of just like deciding, do I want to go a little more north? Instead I should have went a little more south. And that cost me some points. And yeah, that was the type of outcome I kind of expected. Sorry. So this one, honest, brutal honesty. No idea where I was. I just straight up didn't even know which country I was in, and I was only kinda sorta sure what continent I was on. So I wasn't very confident in whatever I ended up guessing, which even now I'm kind of like, yeah, that's right, okay, yeah. So yeah, I guessed that was a hedge. I was really hedging for a wide area, and as you can see, it was not wide enough. That did huge damage to me, and it was not looking good for me to get any points here. But this round, I got lucky because I saw this in the World Cup. This was a round that was in the World Cup, and I remembered commenting in a live stream I was watching where I thought it was, and I remembered that it was to the west of where I said it was. In the World Cup stream, I said it was either South Carolina or Tennessee, and it ended up being just west of Tennessee, and I remembered that. Little nugget of knowledge actually stick in my brain once in a while. So, yeah, that was a repeat I had seen, and luckily it helped me stay alive. And I was really close to knocking him out. I was, for a second, I'm like, could I win this? But this came up, and I was just like, oof, I don't know. Weird thing is, my first instinct when I saw this was, this could be Senegal or Nigeria. But then I started thinking of like 9 other countries it could be. Thought about the Middle East. I was thinking about Tunisia. I had like 6 or 7 places in my mind. And I just, in the end, I decided to just safety hedge the area. And he got it right, so he knocked me out pretty badly. I should have just went with my first gut instinct. I could have potentially stayed alive. But that was the end of the series with the world champion Consus, who took me down 3-0. Alright, so after that game I decided I was going to play another one, but I tried to do it randomly. I just spun the cursor around, kept failing, and then I finally did click on one and it was Consus again. Like, nope, we're not doing that. So I just like played eeny meeny miny mo after that, and I ended up on Wolf Trekker. So I decided I was going to take on Wolf Trekker. My goal against Wolf Trekker was to get a win. Didn't care which mode, just get a win. I'm not saying that necessarily I think Wolf Trekker is so easy that I should get a win, but I was going to record this video until I beat somebody in some mode. That was kind of the game plan I went in with for this, and yeah, so this round I kind of looked at him kind of like, that sign I associate with Italy, but I didn't know if it was because, like I said before, I'm not that good at signs. Like, Things like that I don't know, but this made me very confident it was Italy. So I then looked at a sign over here because I was hoping I'd find like a abbreviation for like a province or something and narrow down where it was, but I did not. And the names on those signs I wasn't familiar with, so I just moved in, placed my plonk, and then I'm like, no, maybe a little more north, and that actually really, as you can see, helped. Yeah, a solid start. This round, what was this again? Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, we see a whole bunch of language there. It's going to be Thailand. And my first thought is it's probably just Bangkok, but there's always the possibility it's not Bangkok. So I was kind of trying to find more information, and failed substantially. So as time was going to tick down, I kind of just was like, I guess unless I find something, I'm just going to hedge Bangkok. But I also didn't want to go just like right in downtown Bangkok, just in case I was wrong. So I kind of cheated a little bit and went a little outside of Bangkok, just in case. And I should have went the other direction, because I picked the wrong direction to go. But it didn't hurt too much, because he was also kind of in that same area. This round was oh, okay. I think I'm remembering this round now. Yeah. This was, I was so unsure anything at the beginning, but eventually it clears up for me, and once it did, I really, I had half a clue pretty fast. I did not know if we were in Canada, or if we were in Alaska, or if we were in Europe at the beginning. But as you can see, when we get out into like population, we have a BC license plate there. And I looked around, and I'm kind of just like, okay, this isn't southern BC, but I don't know how northern to go. And I'd said in the video, I'm like, maybe like Williams Lake. And then I'm like, no, you know what, I'll go like Vanderhoof. So I clicked on Vanderhoof, and it happened to be like not far from Quesnel. There's this town named Wells, which I had never heard of before, and I've heard of a lot of places in BC, but I hadn't heard of that. So now, as you can see right away, we have a sign. It says we're going to be in the Czech Republic, and there was a secondary sign there to the side that had a name at the bottom. I can't even read it because of how poor the quality is of the video. I looked around for that town for the entirety of this round, and I didn't find it at all. I don't remember what the town name is now, because like I said, the quality on the video wasn't good enough for me to even read it while I was doing this playback recording of the audio. Sorry guys. So yeah, I eventually decided I didn't want to be right in Prague. I decided I wanted to hedge a little bit in case it's anywhere else, which kind of was a mistake in the end. As you can see, I should have went for Prague at least. I would have been a little bit closer. This is just a Guatemala round. Both of us obviously are going to know it's Guatemala. And I never find information in Guatemala, so I just decided I'd look at the first sign I saw, and if I didn't see anything, I just was going to go. And that's what I did. I saw nothing on these signs, and I'm like, I'm not going to find anything, so let's just go. And he decided the same thing, and yeah, that sped up the round a lot. He got slightly better there. He decided to go capital, and it worked. So round 5, this was another Ecuador round, we had that sign there that tells you all you need to know. What I was looking for was the road number, which was annoyingly blurred out because Google are dumbasses. Finally got the road number, and I'm like, alright, the 15, but he rushed the guess on me. Like, I started looking around, and he had just insta-plunked somewhere. I'm like, crap, where's the 15? But I finally find the 15, and then I finally find that city out of commas. Pardon me if I'm butchering the pronunciation. I'm saying it like a simple Canadian guy would. And that got me some really good points. And yeah, that's where I do excel, is finding information and knowing what to do with it. That is a strong point of my play. The sitting still and just trying to guess based off of the vibe, I don't do as well in. I mean, I'd say most players probably don't. You know, there are some players that specialize in no move, pan zoom, and even no move. But at the end of the day, they do. So this round, by the way, sorry, I've been chattering. I saw that sign. It had the Latvia country shape on it. That's the only reason I knew where I was, or else I would have just been playing Baltic Roulette with him. He ended up going Lith. I didn't know. I looked across and I saw land there, and I'm like, is this a lake or is this a river? So I kind of just hedged in the middle, and it was to the far east there, but that got me a lot of points. This round, I'm trying to remember how this played out. And I can't say I know. So that sign that was just there, there's a word on there that I read, and I said it like in my original audio. I don't know if that's a city name or just a word I've seen a bunch of times from playing the game, and it was bugging me. So there's this other sign here that had some language on it, had a name on it, and I was just like, I could possibly find that, but I don't think I'm going to. Like, I have tried learning Kabupaten, but I have not learned enough of them to be good at them. So I took a quick look around. I didn't see it pop up, so I just kind of hedged, and the hedge wasn't terrible. You know, it was enough for me to win the game, which was my goal in the end. My goal was just to win a game, so I did get a win in the moving game against Wolf Trekker. So next up was going to be the no moving match, which obviously the further we get away from the moving aspect is less a favorable format for me. Now, I'm not terrible at no moving, but I am less skilled than moving, so I'm always unsure going into this, but this was a kind of an easy first round. I mean, there was no guarantee I would get a region guess, but the country wasn't in doubt. It was definitely Mexico and Tana. Mexico, our son was in the south, so I knew I was going to get at least the region. As you can see, both Wolf Trekker and I guessed the exact same spot. So that was kind of an interesting throwaway first round. We then moved on to Uruguay. And when I was talking it through in the original video, I was like, it's probably Uruguay, but this could be Argentina because, you know, there are some flat farmlandy parts of Argentina, so I was a little nervous. So because of that, I kind of went really west, just in case. And it was west, but he was more south, so he got me on that one. Apologies if I'm clearing my throat. This is the third audio portion I've done, and my voice is starting to go. So you can probably tell by me slowing down how much I speak. Easy Kenya here, obviously, with the car. When we were playing through it, I was kind of explaining like that tape on the roof rack. Kind of seeing this general area near Nairobi and above it, north of it there. I didn't know exactly where it was going to be, so I kind of just hedged close to there, kind of knowing I wouldn't be too far off, like it wasn't going to be radically north or east or something. So I was willing to take a small loss on it. Instead I got a small gain, so you know, these things, that's good. With the 2.5 multiplier, we ended up, oh yeah, right, I remember now, I die on this round. I had no clue where I was. As I was saying in the video I originally shot, chevrons and antennas, I don't know them. Like, there's a couple of antennas I know, a couple of chevrons I know, you know, several bollards I know, but there's a lot that I don't. Like, there's a lot of them that I see them and I'm kind of like, could this be here? And that waystone down at the end, I associate waystones just more commonly with Romania than other places. So in the back of my head, I had Romania as a thought process, and I didn't shake that thought. As you can see, I kind of stayed close to there, even though I wasn't quite sure where it was going to be, and it was not there. So yeah, Wolfchucker eliminated me fast there. Yeah, so I even like went back to look at this location because I was like, I need to look at this again, and I went down the street to look at the waystone because I thought, like, when I first saw it in game, I was kind of like, it looks like a waystone, but it doesn't look like a Romanian waystone, but I didn't think of where else it could be. So yeah, I went to take a look at it and realized it doesn't look like a Romanian one, and I was kind of like, oh, you know, that's on me. So yeah, the chevrons didn't mean anything to me. I mean, you know, that's a skill issue, but it is what it is. So yeah, we went to the third game in a tie series, 1-1. I was just happy to have a win under my belt, because I had earlier gone 0-3 against Jake Lyons in a video I didn't, or a game I didn't record, and then went 0-3 against Consus. So, getting at least one win against Wolfchucker, you know, check that box off. I was going to keep doing this video until I got a win against someone, so it could have ended up being like a 2-hour video. Thank goodness it was only half an hour. Here in the no move round, my first thought here was Cambodia. My first thought was Cambodia, but I was afraid it could be anywhere from Indonesia to Bangladesh. So I kind of hedged Thailand. And I should have just stayed with my first guess. I don't think I would have went exactly where he was, but I would have saved myself probably like 400 points or 300 points there. But yeah, this round, you know, we got the Peru flag sitting right there. So this is a layup for Peru. Where it was going to be was a different question. I was trying to decide. There's some writing there in the far right that said something like mayor of something. And I was kind of looking for a town that might have that name. So I just put my pin safely down in Lima just in case. And then I started looking around for something that started in MEN. But I never found a town that matched up that was of any size, because this definitely is a city. It looks like it's not small. In the end, it was not the name of a place at all. Or at least, it wasn't the name of the place we ended up. So, I just kind of like, in the end, just stayed in Lima. And it happened to be this town there. and I got some, you know, some points out of it, so it was not the worst decision. Oh, this round, I remember this now. Yeah, so there's that truck there. It's like blue and yellow. I had in my mind that it might be Sweden because of the blue and yellow truck. Just color association sometimes makes you think crazy things. But I also did say it could be Belgium. And sure enough, it was Belgium. Like, I said in the original thing, I'm like, you know, it might be Sweden, might be Denmark, but I'm like, but it looks a lot like it could be Belgium, and it ended up being Belgium. I should have just listened to myself. Now here, I do not know what would have went through AI Wolf Trekker's mind here on this one. I might have got a little lucky, but I went New Zealand on this one, and he did not, and that was the game. The multiplier got him on that one, and I actually end up winning the series 2-1. I did not expect that. I thought that if I played everybody in this series, I'd win eventually. Like, I thought out of 24 opponents, I would probably win a couple of times, just because law of averages, you get a seed that favors you. But I didn't think I'd get one in my second game, so that was pretty exciting, and that is this video. And I will have the link in the description on where you can play this. You just have to click on the player you want to play against and load it up. These are simulated based off of the way they played in the World Cup. Apparently the round selections are from games they actually played that were not part of the televised broadcast. So you can play against the way they would have played in the World Cup and get a feeling of how you would compete against them in that format. And maybe you can go out there and get a win or two or more wins than I did. But that is this, and Geoguessr has already posted it. You can go play it right now. And again, congrats to Geoguessr as a whole on an amazing event that they put on. They had like 71,000 concurrent people watching at its peak. It has had several 100,000 views since then, and that is a huge accomplishment for this game, considering the last year and a half to 2 years, people have been kind of talking about it being on the decline and all this stuff. And a lot of people looked at this event and was like, this you know, is it gonna fly? It flew, and it flew big. And I think we'll be seeing another World Cup next year. And you know, I would love for it to come to North America so I could go to it, but we'll see. But that's it for this video. Thanks, and hopefully you found this interesting, because it took me a long time to record it. Bye.